everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would sit down and do a monthly favourites for the month of June, but also just things I've been enjoying since my last monthly favourites. I feel like it's been quite a while since I've done one of these. I know I always say this, but like I love watching these. I feel like they're such a good way to get to know someone, and like when I like a YouTuber, I like to hear their recommendations. I like to know, like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's a good way to get to know someone. So anyway, I'm just gonna get on with it. I've got a list here on my phone as always, and yeah, a few bits to show you. Please ignore my hair, by the way. It's like I've just washed it and let it dry naturally and not done anything to it because baby's napping. We only get so much time. I've got so much washing to put away. Once I've filmed this, I need to go and put away a load of washing. Firstly, for fashion, I've not got anything here physically to show you. I have got a couple of these pairs of like wide leg trousers from H&M. They are just like the perfect throw on. I think they were literally like £12.99 or something like that. I got them when there was the 15% off like members thing as well, which I do quite often. Perfect for soft play, perfect for dressing up, dressing down. I just love them in this like blue and white like pattern, and then just a black pair. So yeah, definitely would recommend them. I think that's everything I've got for fashion, to be honest. For beauty, I have been loving this. It's the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint, and I don't even need to put my hand with my fancy new camera. I can just whoop, look at that focus. So it looks like this. This is actually a brand new bottle that I picked up yesterday because I've almost finished my first bottle of it. My first bottle I got in the shade 6. This is in the shade 5, which actually looked darker. Isn't it weird when that happens? Like my Charlotte Tilbury stuff as well. I always find shade 3 is darker than shade 4. Like, I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, they didn't have shade 6, and yeah, I just thought, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. I always tend to kind of mix in like bits of other foundations and stuff as well. Like if I've got a fake tan on or whatever, I just adjust it accordingly. But I really have been enjoying this. Like, it is crazy, isn't it, how you go through different phases. Like I look at my Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? Not Flawless Filter, that's the... I do still like the Flawless Filter, but again, I've not used that for ages because I use a dupe, an e.l.f. dupe for it. I'll put it on the screen here. This is like a great foundation for like higher coverage. Like you do look pretty flawless when you wear this foundation, or at least I really find that it works well for my skin. But I feel like when I do wear it, like I've worn it a couple of times in the last few months, and I feel like I can feel it, like it feels heavy on my face. And I feel like I can feel it settling sometimes into like my lines here. It kind of just evens out my skin tone, but just I feel a bit more put together with it on. You can still see my freckles through it if I just do a light cover, and like, yeah, I just think it is very nice. In terms of entertainment, I'm watching a new YouTuber, which I think I am so behind the like bandwagon for this YouTuber. I've heard her name like here and there, but I'd never watched her videos before. But yeah, I recently found her within the last couple of months, and I have like binge watched so many of her videos. They're just so like motivating and like just easy to have on in the background and just a good vibe. And that is Ellie Polly's videos. So she does a lot of like clean with me's and like motivational, do a lot of vlogs, so I've watched a lot of those, and like evening routine. She's got 2 kiddos, and just, I don't know, I just like watching relatable YouTubers. I mean, she's not that relatable because she lives in a really bloody nice house, you know. I mean, I love my house, but her house is like very much done and like beautiful. Ours is just a work in progress, but just, I don't know, I just like watching UK mum vloggers. Let me know if you've got any faves. I also like, I was gonna cut that out, but I might just leave it in. But I do also like Jessica Braun. I've spoken about her loads. If anyone else watches her, let me know if you've watched anyone else who is similar, because I do also love like the US mum vlog stuff, because I love watching just like the US lifestyle, like Target hauls and all of that. So yeah, just let me know your favorite YouTubers, because I'm always looking for more. So that's that for YouTube. Actually, no, it's not. That's a fib. Another channel that I've been watching, which is really random, is, I think it's called Architectural Digest or something like that. And they basically do a series on their channel called Open Door, and it's just looking around celebrities' houses. I love it. TV, now, I have never watched the Kardashians in my life. Never watched them. For how many years have they been making their TV shows? And everyone talked about them. They're on Disney Plus. And when I was going through like a hard time back in March, like there was loads of stuff going on, and like my nephew was really, really poorly, wasn't he? And everything like that. And I just couldn't watch anything. Like, all my usual stuff was just annoying me. Clicked on this because I was like, do you know what? It's so far-fetched and so away from my life that it is just like, I can watch it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just so crazy and so just, yeah, a different world, isn't it? So yeah, the Kardashians, I've watched every single one that's on Disney Plus. And obviously they've been doing it for a lot of years, and there's not that many years on Disney Plus. So maybe I could go back and try and find some more. But yeah, I really like it. Just as trashy telly to have on in the background when I'm like cooking or whatever else, cleaning, things like that. But I did like it when I could watch loads in a row, but now I'm just to the point where it's like one a week and it's just annoying. Like I like to binge watch it. So anyway, let me know, do you watch the Kardashians? Because I am late to this hype, but quite enjoyable. Podcasts, what have I been listening to? I've been re-listening to, or gone back to listening to, what's it called? The Giovanna Disney, Giovanna Fletcher, the Disney podcast, Journey to the Magic, that podcast. I had been listening to it loads, and then I just didn't finish listening to them, and I don't know why. I've recently picked them back up again, and it just makes my heart so very happy. I don't know when we're going back to Disney World. I really, really hope it's in the next couple of years. Like, we've got loose plans, but we've also got a lot that we want to do around the house, and Disney is so expensive. It's such an expensive trip, and I think it's one of those things that, like, a lot of you might not kind of, I don't know what. So like on Instagram, there's like the Disney community, and I didn't even know this community existed until after I got back from my 2020 trip. But people love it, and people go multiple times a year, which is incredible. But also for like real life people, and I say real life people, just like normal general people that you'd bump into on the street, if you say about Disney World, that's like a once in a lifetime trip for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like it's easy to lose touch of that when you're surrounded by Instagram and like just seeing people going on multiple trips all of the time. And I'm not saying either one is wrong or either one is right or whatever, but I think it's easy. I love it. Like, I would go every year if I could. I really, really would. But there's so many other places in the world that we want to see. We love so many other types of holidays as well. And just financially, it's like, I still want to do other things. Like, I still want the house to like be a certain level, and there's just so much to do and so little money. But yeah, I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but I love Disney World. It makes me so very happy, and I can't wait to make more memories. Like, even the thought that we do plan to go back one day, and hopefully, you know, many times over the course of our lives, I feel so grateful for that, because I do know that it is like a huge privilege to be able to go, and who knows what the future holds. Like, we might not be able to go loads and loads, but you know, I've already been 3 times, which in my opinion is like amazing, and I'm so lucky. But then there's also people that go like 4 or 5 times a year, so you know, it's one of them. But what I'm trying to say, this podcast, it's a little slice of Disney. They get guests on, like celebrity guests, who also love Disney World. And yeah, Giovanna she's a great host, isn't she? Like, I love her Happy Mum, Happy Baby podcast too. But yeah, she just goes through like, and they just plan their like dream day. Like, if there were no restrictions, like if you could time travel, if you could do this, that, if you could just click your fingers and be in one park and then another park and be eating this and be like, and I just live for it. I love hearing people's dream days. I love if, you know, someone mentions like a snack that they're like, oh, it's the best thing ever. I'm like, I've not even tried that. Or a particular show, or like, you know, there's so many things in Disney World that aren't obvious things that you can do. Like, there's just endless things to do there. So yeah, I'm a little Disney geek, and I bloody love that podcast. So I've been listening to that. A movie that I've watched was one that comes to mind is The Idea of You. It's on Amazon. It's the Anne Hathaway. No, is it even her? It definitely is her, isn't it? Oh my gosh, why am I questioning? It's Anne Hathaway. I think she like produced it as well as starred in it, I think. But it's a really good movie. It's one of those that's like not groundbreaking, but it was just a nice movie to have on in the background. I think it was actually, what was I doing? I was doing some kind of like sorting through like a photo album or doing something like that, and it was just a nice movie to have on. The kiddos were napping and it was just me time. So yeah, I did enjoy that movie. I've not read the book though. If you've read the book / watched the movie, do I need to now read the book? Let me know. So for books, I am actually really back into reading right now, but I feel like the books I'm reading right now or in the last like couple of weeks will be in another favourites video in the future, because this is June and back before then. So firstly, I reread the Jacqueline Wilson Girls in Tears, Girls in Love, Girls Out Late, what's the other one? Under Pressure books. This is the style that I had growing up. They were all this cover, and this is what I was hoping to get. I ended up getting these on Vinted, by the way. But yeah, I couldn't find someone selling all 4 like this, so I ended up just buying this one, which is 3-in-1, and then this one. I mean, it's kind of annoying that they're not the same, but they're not like gonna probably be in my collection forever. I used to have them all. I gave them away, which makes me sad. And yeah, I wanted to reread them because, I mean, you obviously know if you care about Jacqueline Wilson, but she is writing, or probably has written, a book, a sequel, when they're all grown up, I think. I don't fully know, but I'm guessing. And it's coming out in September, and I'm really excited. I've pre-ordered it. I think I've even got a signed copy on pre-order. Woohoo! I've also got a signed Tom Hanks book, a signed Jordan, like Katie Price book, a signed Giovanna Fletcher book, signed Carrie Hope Fletcher book. What other signed books have I got? I don't know, I've got a few, but Tom Hanks is probably, you know, the cool one. Oh, J.K. Rowling. Anyway, right. What can I say? What a throwback. And to be fair, it is weird because it's like, even though I've not read these since I was probably, you know, 8 years old. I don't know how old I was. I could almost know what was going to be said. Like I don't know, like I could really, really vividly remember like certain parts, and even just like phrases and I don't know, like specific details and stuff. So yeah, it was nice to reread these in preparation for the new book. The road trip, did I get this from a charity? Oh yeah, look, Oxfam. £3.49 is quite a lot still for a secondhand book, isn't it, eh? In another one in our town, they do like 2 paperbacks for £1. Anyway, the road trip. This was nice. It was a good book. I think I've read a few of this author's books, Beth O'Leary. I think I've read a few. Oh yeah, The Flat Share. Definitely read that one. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like groundbreaking, but I did read a few books over that period, and this was one that was like, you know, decent. It was just an easy read. The thing is I feel like at the minute I'm reading a lot of easy reads. Like my favourite type of book to read are like thrillers and like, but nothing too scary. But even the ones that I normally read, I find I can't read specific, like really at the moment. Like just in the stage of life I'm in with 2 young kids, like I'm just a bit sensitive to certain things now. So I am having to stick with like the lovey-dovey type books generally. I am still very much a Peter James girl. Every Roy Grace he brings out, I am there reading it. I've actually got is it called Have You Seen Her? They Thought I Was Dead. I've got that to read, and I've just finished a book last night and I'm gonna start that one today, and I'm really excited. But that's for another time. That's as far as I go with like thrillery stuff at the minute though. But yeah, for just like an easy kind of summer read, I mean it doesn't have to be summer, but do you know what I mean, just a pool book or whatever, like this was good. I also read The Happy Place by Emily Henry. I like the cover. I don't know, it was okay. Again, like it was, if you don't, I don't know, like if you love this type of book, then I'm sure you will just really enjoy them. Like they are good. I think I rated them both probably 4 stars. So yeah, really not bad. I did enjoy them. But I feel like almost like this book, The Happy Place, I feel like I kind of finally got into it in the last like chapter or so. Like, I like it. Sometimes I feel like there's so much character build up and like relationship build up, and I'm like, I actually just want to read about them once they've established a relationship or once they've got to a certain point. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I did enjoy them. And I would recommend if you're looking for like light-hearted books to read. So miscellaneous stuff. First of all, it's got to be my camera. I love my new camera so much. I cannot explain to you like how much more motivated I am to vlog. And I know that might be like a novelty thing. It might wear off because, you know, it's obviously still very new. But it's so easy to use. It's so subtle to use. Like when I'm vlogging out and about and stuff, it's so easy. Like I don't feel like anyone's watching me, and because like the lens can move, like I can be sat here like looking down at it like as if I'm on my phone, and then move the lens and I can be filming like up there without like holding my camera up there. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like obvious, so it's just not embarrassing at all, and I really like that aspect of it. I also like, because it is like a gimbal, it's not too shaky. Like my one before, like if I was walking and vlogging, I'd be editing it, or like if I was in the car and I'd be like, oh, it's just a bit, yeah. But yeah, I really like it. Obviously very niche, not many people probably care, but I really do enjoy my new camera. Now, this, right, when I first, I am 30 now. When I first got this, I got this a long time ago and I did not get the hype. I just thought it just is smelly water. It doesn't do anything. But actually, I find that it does. I will say though, like if you spray it, like say if you had like a top hanging up on like over your door or whatever, and you sprayed it, the carpet where you spray it becomes very slippery. So like just bear that in mind. I mean, maybe I'm just clumsy, but yeah, I have to do it in a specific place now. So I'm just like, yeah, not causing hazards for the family as I go around decreasing things. But if you've got something that's got no, you know, we don't iron in this house. And I actually was thinking about this the other day because Buzz is starting school next year. So I'm going to probably have to start ironing. Like I've not ironed since I've moved into this house. Like we just probably haven't even unpacked our iron from when we moved here 2.5 years ago. T-shirts, if they're a little bit crinkled and things, like the kids especially, like I don't know, I do rate it. So I've nearly run out of this, to be honest, so I will be repurchasing because I do think it is decent. It's not like gonna do the job of an iron, but it does a decent job. Next are True Fruit frozen fruit covered in chocolate. I've only had this one time. I think, yeah, because we had like one bag and it lasted us a good while, because you only have like a few at a time because they're quite like rich. It was the chocolate covered raspberries that we had, and they were so delicious. The first time we tried them, I thought they were good, but like they were still quite frozen. Give them 15 minutes like it says to on the back, and they are really, really great. They're quite expensive though. I did get them when they were on like £1 cheaper on the Tesco thingy, so that was good. But yeah, I really want to try the strawberry ones. And yes, you can make chocolate covered fruit yourself. You can, but there's something about these that's just really good. So yeah, expensive, but like I said, they did last us like quite a long time, and they were just a nice little treat of an evening. So yeah, really good. Let me know if you've tried them. There's also like the pineapple one, isn't there, which I think is covered in white chocolate, which I don't know, sounds a bit, to me, like I like pineapple, but I don't know if it goes with chocolate. Let me know. And then lastly for miscellaneous, it's just like being outside. The weather has been beautiful. We've been outside with the kids so much more. Like during the week, I just set up our little play areas, whatever it is, a tough tray or the paddling pool or whatever play setup I want to do that day. I set it up and the kids have a whale of a time, and it is so nice. There was a bit where it was like almost too hot, where I worry about their skin and stuff outside, but yeah, it has been lovely. And our garden, I will never get over how lucky we are to have, like, I mean, it's not a huge garden, it's just so lovely. It's like really well established. It's overgrown now because we just haven't prioritized gardening. Ollie does like the lawns and stuff, but in terms of like weeding and things, so we will get there. It's hard to fit everything in, isn't it? But the strawberries, I can tell you, for about 3.5 weeks straight, we have got like a punnet at least of strawberries from that garden every single day. Some days we were getting like mixing bowls full. Our freezer is full of frozen strawberries, which are now great for like smoothies and stuff, but also just how lucky and like incredible that, you know, after dinner Buzz can be like, oh, can I have some strawberries? And I will literally go and pick some, rinse them all off. I mean, to be fair, we do tend to soak them for a little bit in like salty water or whatever, but you know, it's just so cool, and it saved us a fortune because we spend a fortune on strawberries. So I think we're almost run out. I think there's just a few odd ones that are good, and then we'll be done for this year. But they have, honestly, there's so many in the garden, it's incredible. And yeah, I'll be sad to be paying for them again, to be honest, but that's been a really nice, like, just of an evening, me, Buzz and Ollie, or me and Buzz, or whoever. Buzz loves to be involved though, and he'll just walk along the wall carrying his bowl, and we like put them in there, and it's just a nice little family experience. And it's just so nice that we'll be able to do it every year, and like, you know, soon enough Otis will be doing it with us, and they just love it, don't they, kids? They just love things like that. Anyway, that is everything I think I'm going to mention in today's video, because I have been talking for absolutely ages. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Let me know any of your recent favourites below, and I will see you very, very soon for another video. Bye guys.